everyone, to Three Guys Making Comics, episode 11. This is the podcast that discusses the ups and the downs of the comic book creation process. I am David Omar Lopez. I am a comic book artist.
Hello, I'm ALberto Doriguzzi. I'm an Italian comic book artist. By day I work, but by night I dive into ink, paper, and screen tones like an old school maniac.
And my name is Lech Kaminski from Poland, and I love drawing comics when I can.
Exactly. That's a good point. So I will start this week. So let me share my screen. No, wait, this one. Okay. So this week, can you see it? You can, right? Okay, perfect. So I just had many different tasks, but at the end I just made some fixes on the old pages, especially on the last one. I added this black silhouette after speaking with you guys and a friend of mine, Antonio, which is an artist from Italy. We find the right solution to make the panel popping more out. So this should, at the beginning it was an arm, but an arm with a hand, and it didn't work very well from the previous panel. So I changed it in a black silhouette that makes the feeling that it's the guy just fighting, so it works better. Right now here you can see all the paper, so it's not cut in the right spot. You see more blacks, but at the end in the page it works very well. And I also here a screen tone on all the panel. At the beginning, I wanted to add it only on the background, but because the dialogue comes from outside of the panel, when I put it on the page, I saw that it works better so, and I just erased it a bit on the bottom side, and now I think the page it's better and it's completed finally. So that's one thing. Wait. And then I finished, as I said, all my dialogues. So dialogues are finished and ready to go. I will do a PDF soon, so I will just share to my friends. They will read it and we will see if the story sucks or not, because it's also possible, right? If I will see some bad opinion, I will change it. No, I'm joking. I think it will just be fine. But of course, I need to hear your opinion and from other people. In the meantime, I'm just working on the issue 2. I'm just sketching stuff. But if you remember from last episode, I had made this first cover, and which I liked. But there was also here many comments about that. They think that it's not very clear what it's representing, and the story is not established. People don't know the comic and everything. So this will be maybe issue 2, or maybe it will go to the back cover of the book. I'm thinking about it because I like it. I mean, it works. Or maybe on a future issue, if I can make a good transition from the cover to the page of the comic, the first page. So this week I thought, okay, I want to change the cover and make a new one. So I started from a sketch, which I still have because I choose then to change it again. This was the first version. Let me just put it on full screen. As you can see, it was a bit stiff, but my idea was to make something more action oriented, and to show a bit of the rocket golf action. Okay, but I liked the idea, but the execution wasn't so good. And I looked at my old sketches, and for future episodes I had this idea that the guy, the hero, in an action scene was on a cliff, on a destroying cliff. Okay, so it was there, and I need just to hit the ball. And I said, hey, that part is very cool. I can't wait to make it. But I thought, hey, why can't I use it now on a cover? Because I mean, just shoot my best bullets right now and try something that's more that's something that excites me, right? So this is the original sketch, which I just changed a bit, but I see that the arm was on the wrong position, so I just elaborated a bit, and again trying to find the right mood and everything. And here I started with the pencils, with the done pencils, which I forgot to scan, so I was just inking. And here is the final piece, which has some screen tones, big ones. Thank God I bought new ones, so I had bigger papers, and with this electricity effect and energy, which I done it when I was just making it with the screen tones, applying the screen tones. I find out that I'm just copying a bit one of the Murder Falcon covers, because there is one of the, I think, on first issue that has the same energy thing on the background explode. I mean, it's just a tunnel of energy on the Murder Falcon covers. On mine, there's also a big explosion. I think I saw this idea on maybe on Akira or something. So maybe it's not so original idea, but I like the composition and I think it works very well. And I'm happy with the composition, the speed effect, and also that you can see the cyborg arm of the hero, because he has some parts of his body he's a cyborg. In the story, you see just glimpse of it. It's on the cover, so it's a spoiler cover, but I care not so much about that. And I like how I design it and everything. The pose, I think it works. I also mirror it, and I think if I mirror it, it works even better. But because the action goes on the wrong side, I just let it on the position that I draw it. And yes, so this is officially cover number 1. I wanted to put screen tones also on the body of the guy, of the hero, but I want to color the cover. I don't know if me, because I'm not so very good with colors, or someone else. I'm just thinking about it. But if I put screen tones on the body, my fear was that then it was a problem with colors. So I just let them clear with black and white. So yes, that's finally, that's right now, because no one knows until it's out. It's the official first cover of Rocket Golf number 1, which, by the way, now is completed. I must just find the font and draw the balloons, because I choose to draw it by myself, not to use the Clip Studio automatic balloons, which takes me just, an evening, and it's fine. But right now the story is in Italian. It's not translated, but in Italian it's absolutely 100% completed. So good for me.
Nice.
So yes, now it's creating the balloons, put the font, find the font, and then translate it in English, and just make a PDF and see if it works. Okay, the colors are missing, but this is secondary right now. I thought also using a black and white color cover, but I'm not sure it's a good idea. The logo is in red. You will see it maybe next week, because I'm just drawing it right now. And so you will see a red logo, but I think the cover black and white, all black and white, it's not so very a very good idea. At least that's my opinion.
I think it depends on whether or not your final comic book inside is going to be colored or if it's black and white. Because if it's going to be black and white, then the cover being black and white, like I don't mind it. It just feels
Okay.
natural. It can be colored, but what I would find weird it would be like a black and white cover while the internal pages
Okay.
are
Color.
color. Yeah,
Okay.
but the other way around, like you can do both really.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like mangas with covers are in color and inside are black and white. So the idea, I mean, I will see. I will see. But I like to have also a bit of color. It just becomes. I know that many American people prefer to have colors if possible. So at least they will have the colors on the cover. But I could go also. I mean, on the complete opposite side and see what's happened. I mean, but currently I would like to have colors here. David, want to say
Yeah,
something?
I'm interested to see your color. I don't think I've seen a colored piece, so I'm gonna say go ahead and do colors, and I'm interested in seeing it. Uh, yeah,
Let's see.
and you mentioned that you saw something similar in Murder Falcon, but it's also, I mean, as far as manga is concerned, the whole energy either
Yeah,
coming from the human or
the
coming
last
down from the
one.
heavens and powering like breaking rocks. It's a very common trope in Japan for Japanese manga. So don't let that. I mean, when I was making my comic, I opened up another comic and I'm like, oh, they're doing the same thing, but that's just like, it's common things that
It's
we
coming.
see across various animations, movies. So it's just everybody's kind of seeing things and adapting it to themselves. So don't feel don't feel stressed about that.
Okay, okay, okay.
And I think it's really awesome when I saw that sketch.
Thank you.
Yeah, this definitely fits the title.
Right, it's better,
Rocket.
right?
It's Rocket Golf, and that's it. There it is.
Exactly, exactly. That's the point. That's the point. Yes.
Now, don't
My,
you might get into the manga habit where you start coloring the first 3 pages with
Oh,
watercolors or something. So then you kind of have to see where you can stop. Like I'm influenced by it, but I'm not gonna do an exact
yes,
replica.
yes. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
my initial thought about this beam was Independence Day. The
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yes.
the
Blast on the White House.
flying saucers, yeah, and the beam. So I think, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen that in so many different
Yeah.
places
True.
that you shouldn't worry about the Falcon
Okay.
because they are definitely not the first ones.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you very much, guys. Now I feel better because honestly, I saw it and said, "Oh fuck, it's almost the same idea and how it's in the drawing." So, but I agree, it's a trope. Exactly, it's a trope.
Yeah.
I will say something about lightning. I mean, I don't think this is a storm. It's more energetic. But I was reading a book currently, and I thought it was clever, but also we talk about it a lot where an artist gets away with not drawing a panel. They had lightning, like a rainstorm around the characters, and
Okay.
anytime the lightning hit, it was a blank panel, and then they would go to another panel. So I think if you do a variant cover, just make a white cover and say lightning hit, the lightning hit in this
True.
one, and just
True.
double your
Yes.
your profit. Two
Yes.
different covers, collect them all. That's the
Exactly.
current trend in comic books right now.
Exactly. Current trend in American comics. Okay, and that's all for today for me. Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna share the picture of Woods because can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So I had a trip outside of town just yesterday. Took a day off. Me and a friend of mine, and the idea was to fast for 3 days, with the first one not even allowing water. So it did go pretty well the first day, which was Friday, right? But today it wasn't as good. Like the second day wasn't as good. Oh,
Oops.
right, wrong one. So just couple of pictures from Polish woods. Basically, it's all flat. If anyone wonders, it's definitely not as painterly as you would want it to have on any kind of a painting. All flat, like, boring. And again, all flat, boring. This is what it is. This is my road in the morning today. So yeah, it went pretty well, except for the fact that when I came back home today in the morning, that was already, we were already allowed to have water and actually tea, but I came back home, just gave my dad the keys that I needed from him earlier, and there was bananas on the table. And I couldn't handle it. I had to have one. So I didn't, like the idea was to fast for 3 days. I was only able to do 42 hours.
Okay.
And now, maybe we will try to do the same. To start with Friday again in a few maybe weeks, or maybe like a month or so. So because she already texted me. I mean, I didn't lie to her. She knows that I wasn't able to handle the banana in front of me. So she said maybe in a month we'll try it again. But I know she is still fasting now. So good for her, not so good for me. But the fragrance of a banana after 40 hours of fasting, it was like 300% of the fragrance. So if anyone wants to try it, it's an interesting experience, and it's really good to just get out of your house anywhere, just not to have all the food around, like all the temptations, woods or no woods, wherever, as long as there is barely any kind of civilization, and definitely no kind of fast food carts or something like that. No kind of smells.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would definitely encourage everyone. That said, I came home and I just went straight to bed, and there's no, not even a single drawing done by me this week. So sorry. Yeah.
So the double stuff next week, right?
Oh, definitely, like triple. Yeah, just don't hold up, don't hold your breath about that. Yeah,
we will see, right?
I'll have to take your advice, because when I create a page, I have to eat a pint of ice cream. So that's definitely causing some health issues. So
Okay.
I will try
Sugar
to
rush.
leave the house instead and maybe take a walk. So I thought that was my secret power. Ice cream equals awesome comic book pages. But I think I'll take your advice this week.
Oh, it didn't work. So
My secret power is coffee and morning hours, and sugar rush, I guess, especially Coke. Oh goodness. Yeah, but I'm trying not to have any of that. I'm trying to limit the sugars. But yes, it does power you up.
okay.
Yeah.
At the expense of health, and obviously your belly just gets pregnant with sugar.
Yeah, black coffee here. Yeah. Try to cut down on the sugar. And I saw that Alberto snuck the Comics Flow.
Yes, I usually take the longest
which he promised me like 6 months ago, and I still haven't received.
I've sent it, so if you didn't arrive,
it got lost in the mail. International.
Exactly, lost an email.
It's a problem nowadays. But on that subject of Comics Flow, I'll get into.
Okay.
Like if that's all, I'll just jump on my share
Yeah,
screen?
good.
All right, awesome. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, talking about comics flow, we got our mascot here. I've been showing the tutorial because I just like it, and it's a really great way to see that the app is geared towards comic book artists and of course writers. You can also upload your scripts there and keep track of that. So yeah, I mean, you can go back in some of the podcasts I already explained that you can set up your project, start getting your files together, either digital or physical, start getting your deadline set up or how much you can do a day. Oh no, there's various options. I'm using it on 3 planes actually because we're getting close to launching, and I'm like, all right, Comics Flow, you got to tell me when's the last day. My whole Kickstarter launch is based on what Comics Flow is telling me. And so far it's saying, hey, wait up. Like, let's think about it. But no, it's really helpful in telling me if I'm going to hit my deadline. And I believe I can figure it out. And Comics Flow is a great tool for that. Again, we've seen this in the prior episodes. You set up all your settings, get your comic going. Yeah, drawing your comic, and yeah, you can preview it as a PDF from the website, see it how it looks to all the people that are gonna be buying it. So on that note, talking about 3 planes, we all know the teaser that's been going around for the last couple of months. It's coming soon to Kickstarter, very, very soon. We have our secondary character. You click on any of if you look up Kickstarter, the search button takes you to, if you put 3 planes, you'll get there. If you hit the QR, you'll get there. And if you follow us on any sort of social, we do have our links up, John the writer and me. And we are at 62 followers, which is really awesome. I think last time we were at 54, 55. So we've been pushing for everyone to take a look at more pages as we're making them. Also asking everyone if they're digging what we're doing. It's really awesome if everyone can share it out there and amplify the news about the Kickstarter hitting soon. Today I'm going to talk about character design. I think I went over the relationship between a writer, a script, and getting a page done. I want to talk a little bit about this character here. So this is the finished page minus the dialogue, the letters. And this is the inked page. So what we talked about last time was the fact that we get a script. Sometimes the interactions that are happening all at the script is telling you, hey, this might happen on page 3, page 2. And then you as an artist have to kind of say, okay, well, let's just go ahead and see how that would look. And you end up with a page that might have too many panels. And as I said last week, I started seeing that it would be better to split this section of the female character, the bridge, meeting the male character, the warrior. And yeah, we split it into 2 pages here. And this is just a scribble of it. And from that scribble, I did pencils, which I normally don't do. My stuff is rougher. I think I've shown the rough stuff. But yeah, it's the character's there. And and what I wanted to talk about today is that the character design of this character, when you put it on the page, it makes sense, but it's a process, because it looks simple. You pick the guy that has some sort of black outfit and he's doing his thing, but you also have to go through the character design process because you don't really know if your character can be that simple to make an impact. So I wanted to, and again, just to show you, before we do that, just to show you what that looks like compared to the inks. So you can see there's slight differences between pencils and inks, just to add more drama to it. And this takes us into character design because, as you can see, the character from this last panel to this panel, you can see emotionally whatever's happening in that panel, in the pencils, he was more melancholy. I call it more Silver Surfer, which is a great character, but a lot of people do say that he's a bit too philosophical, meaning he's more like caring, emotional. And I think because we started kind of drawing this character and talking about its interactions with the bridge, we ended up more with a character that had more of a decisiveness. We're running out of time. We got to get stuff done. We can't really just be standing around and thinking about how everything is kind of messed up and what are we going to do about it. So that's part of the emotional arc of the character. He's pretty tough, but that came from doing a lot of character designs. And I'm going to go into the Patreon. I didn't talk about that, but over the last few weeks, I've been doing design journals that talk about all the stuff that went into 3 Planes before I drew the pages. So I'm not going to read everything, but I did want to show kind of the early designs for the warrior. When John came to me, he was talking about the planes, that we have reality, we have the in-between, and the third one I don't really want to spoil now, but it's pretty much a big cosmic story. And what I like about cosmic stories, it's like Silver Surfer, Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos, even the DC, the Cosmic Odyssey by Mignola, where Doomsday just did a bunch of stuff. So a lot of the imagery was based on, a lot of it was like based on Star Trek, where these suits are just one plain suit, like a uniform. And as you can see, all these initial character designs are feeding into the final look of this character. But we have to explore it before you know what works. So I did a bunch of these things. I labeled them. This was back in November, December, when John and I started talking about the project. And again, I was thinking cosmic, that this character would be like this cosmic being, this knows everything sort of thing. But as and if you go to my Patreon, you can read more about the background between each character. But as we started designing it more, once we started getting into the too cosmic element of it, I think it started losing a bit of its humanity. And on top of that, there's beings that are more powerful than that character. So we started tying him more into a human character, which brought us into some of these designs here, where it's more human. You see the face and the outfits there. I still thought maybe we could bring some power elements, but I think it was best to ground the character as almost a man who's given a role, and his power as the warrior comes from his skills as a warrior, as a person in history that was plucked out of history, already at peak performance as someone who can battle, and he's just given a role that he has to follow. So what we ended up doing is taking a lot of those elements from the design process, but I added something different here. I gave him something that has some historical value to it, something that would remind him of who he was, even though he's in this whole brand new world and he's maybe hundreds of years old. So I gave them this headpiece that is very tribal. I don't want to give up too much of the info as we develop the character, but we brought humanity to him. We brought the cosmic kind of look of that leather outfit, or that solid black outfit that gives it a great silhouette. And yeah, I think in the end, after all that try, when I went to pencils, I think all the things I did with my designs, it shows up on the final piece. So I just wanted to give some insight on when you're making your comic, how you have to pretty much do all the wrong designs to get to the right design. And that's pretty much what I have for the week.
Cool. It looks very interesting. People should just follow you on Patreon, because seeing all these diaries and stuff, it's always, I mean, I love it, honestly. It's just
and the reason I'll sorry to interrupt, but the reason I do Patreon is because I'm an artist first and a writer way last.
Okay.
I can kind of come up with stories and beats and all that as a comic book artist, but I'm still working on my writing, and Patreon allows me to practice discussing the process of the art without making it known to only the people that are really interested or really want to know some of my thoughts. They can forgive my grammatical errors. So that's why Patreon works for that. Sort of gives me a little ecosystem where I don't feel too exposed.
Oh, it's cool to see all the sketches and stuff. I mean, today you can see, an artist can just share stuff even when it's developing it. It's always amazing. I mean, at least as a lover of sketches and stuff and world building, I love that stuff. And I mean, it's always cool to see your art because not only you're designing, but you're also coloring the characters. You give just a bit of effect, and it's very deep. Very deep.
And I'll go into that because just to give an insight on the colorist. I mean, he's amazing.
Okay.
If you see these pages, I mean, I was like, wow, when I saw these things. But I colored that, and John and I saw the colors as we were designing. But when we got this colorist in, we wanted to have him bring his skill set to it, just like my art. And you're hoping that it's a home run. And when he came out, I mean, we were both left in awe of him. So I'll do a separate post on the colorist as we get deeper into the campaign. But yeah, I've tried my best to kind of scribble some color in there. But yeah, this colorist is amazing.
Yeah. I was blown away as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, then I think that's all for today, right, guys?
Yeah.
So, as usual, people, love your pets, read more comics, like and follow us here on Substack and on all other socials, and we will see next week, as usual. Cheers, and have a great
Cheers, everyone.
with comics.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.